because Vitality, as I've been saying, they ended up getting more points than 4Thrives, and you can see the stats right there. What's crazy though is I want you to look at 4Thrives eliminations, Neptura, because 4Thrives were such a heavy fragging team that they still ended up getting more elims than Vitality. That's in 2 days though.
In 2 days.
In 2 days. So yeah, 4Thrives got 80 elims in 2 days. Vitality have 71 in 6 matches in 1 day, right? On in there, but for me, I'm thinking that honestly, Vitality, they are going to just want to chill out and let maybe some of the other teams like Nongshim Red Force step up a little bit.
Look, I like saying Vitality. It's a very satisfying word to say, but I love saying Hyunbin in particular because right now, I mean,
Say it again.
Hyunbin. Sorry, I'm very excited. I love saying I have to scream that word every time I say it. But like, no, the entirety of Nongshim Red Force were looking so good, and in particular, we know their job location is farm. They go for these quick. Rotates on the island finishes, and they get back-to-back wins on a military island finish. If it goes down south every time, it's just win, 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 and win for the South Korean team. So I'm absolutely loving it. And in particular, it's not just XEY and also Hyunbin doing well. We saw so many great plays from So Easy in particular, Nitro. Yep. We were talking about So Easy really having some massive step-up plays. So they're just looking like the whole package right now. It's just hard to stand out when Vitality had such a good opening day, but Nongshim Red Force were playing out of their minds on day 1 of Group B.
Yeah, I do want to say that I was disappointed with Nongshim in the first 2 games. We saw 0 or 2 points come out of them in 2 games.
It's hard to stand on the first game on Mondo, right?
13 and 16th place.
Yeah,
those first
exactly.
2.
However, I do think that they're doing just enough. They got back-to-back wins. They got a 2nd place to finish off the day. They're doing just enough to get to those finals to make sure that they qualify, and then we'll probably see a much different team in those finals this weekend.
Hopefully we'll end up seeing a different team, and hopefully that consistency that we saw towards the second half of the day for Nongshim Red Force will be there as well. One team that ended up surprising us a lot in the way that they were able to change again was an Indian team. For Group A, we saw it with OG. For Group B, we saw it with Godlike. I know Kalari's got a chance to talk with one of the players from Godlike, so let's send it over to them.
Hi, Kalaris here at Pmwc for EWC 26. We're in day number 2 of Group B here, live from Paris, and I've got Admino here from Godlight to talk about some of the results from yesterday, as well as how things have been going overall. So thank you for joining me here, Admino. To start things off, looking at the results from yesterday, bit of a rougher start, but then you guys gained some traction towards the end of the day. Can you talk to me about the day as a whole and what you thought about it?
Actually, in the beginning, we tried to do some experiments, like we tried to take drop clashes and a little bit more kind of stuff that we already planned. But that didn't work in our favor, so we tried to stick on our basics and try to go to a random drop and gather loot and everything and play a decent game. And that worked in our favor, and we performed well after the first 3 matches.
So, also, it's basically your first international tournament, right? As Godlike, and being able to play here on the stage in Paris. How have you been enjoying the experience so far? And hey, what's Paris been like?
Paris kind of good, but we haven't gone out yet because we have a tournament and we have to practice that. We didn't get the device earlier, so we need to set our hands in the device. And after that, if we qualify from here, we will try to explore Paris a little bit because we will be having some off days. Yeah. For sure. And my team is fully pumped because it doesn't matter for us who is playing against us and like that. We all have in our mind that we are best and we will perform good.
A big fight back for Godlike today?
For sure.
Thank you very much, Amina, for joining me here.
Thank you.
Important stuff there. Thank you, Kalaris and Admino from Godlike. But important stuff from that team, considering they are currently in 5th place. An insane performance for a first day at an international event, and something that we heard right there is they're not looking to do those hot drops anymore, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. There was 2 issues for the Indian teams, Orangutan being too passive and Godlike going for the hot drops. They changed it. They didn't go for it anymore. This is a great change for all of India.
All right, well, Godlike, let's see how you're going to be doing. Once again, just to redeem myself, before we send it over to the stage, here we go. Ah, so close. But let's send it over to Barney and Luti.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue. Yesterday was the day of records. Today, we will find out who will get to the final and who will get eliminated.
That's right. Today, the reality is that dreams will end. And so that's the nature of this competition. But I can guarantee you that none of these teams will go down without a fight.
Yeah, Bunny, we've seen it before. Like, it's always the same. You can just... Standing can change in just a few good or bad games.
That's right. So whether you are at home or right here in the Port de Versailles, in the heart of Paris, it is time to see who will rise above the rest and continue their journey in the Pmwc. Starting with Ida Esports.
TT Project.
ETSH Esports.
World Esports.
Nongshim Red Force.
Tianba.
Dopeness.
दोस्तों माफ करना यार लेट हो रहा है पता नहीं कैसे ठीक करूं आपको बताओ तो बता दो यार
Alpha 7.
Arena.
Godlike Esports.
721 GS Esports.
Team Vitality.
S2G Esports.
Hora Esports.
And finally, your defending Pmwc champs, Yangon Galacticos! Nous y voici. After just 6 games, the top 5 will make it into the finals. Some will survive, and the bottom 3 will see the key sent to the Crusher.
The level of competition on this stage is staggering. This isn't luck, it's instinct, it's preparation, and it's synergy. It's time for Group B to come to a close. Let's find out who has what it takes. 16 teams have patiently waited on the sidelines for their chance to shine. Players who are hungry to make a statement on the Qiddiya City grid.
It is time to introduce our team, ETSH Esports, Alpha 7 Esports, Team Vitality.
And finally, your defending champions of Pmwc, Yangon Galacticos!
Day 3 of the Pmwc group stage at EWC 2026 starts right now!
Back-to-back blows taken their way. Vitality trying to win out versus Nongshim Red Force. Yangon left with just Smile, but that might turn into a frown if they can get the angle onto him.
But Smile dropped off the top side. He's doing good work here. A grin appearing on his mouth. Now looks for one more, steps up and gets it. A 1v4 essentially for Smile.
Sleepy with a warning shot. Whoa. The buggy comes by. Close quarters engagement as Vitality looks to hold on. No fear down. More damage done.
Last left alive here, an incredible player on 9 elims this game. It's a hard fight though, a 1 versus 2. Molotov goes long, he runs straight into it though, keeps backing off into the nade. It might be lights out for Axel soon.
Oh, that's the nade to do it as Hora. They lay claim to the second chicken dinner. And we got any Alpha 7 fans in the house! But let's see if Alpha 7 can bring the thunder on the close quarters engagement. Goodbye, Milu, as Tianba get hit by the front of the vehicle. Cric-Filx coming out from A7.
Ooh, and that's exactly what's happening, because you got another can of Hyunbin down south with that P90, and that is it. It's a back-to-back
the 11th on the board. Looking for TZ, is it a self-denial? It might be. Get to double digits on the elims and burn yourself down to the ground, because Vitality live on top of the tables and beating a two-day performance from Group A.
What a shutdown. 108
Points in 6 matches.
Oh yes, oh yes. Another day of competition here as things get loud. Hot Jigs in a building right next to me, and of course